Hello and welcome, dear viewer, to my channel. Today in our video, I will tell you what stories people have sent me in the mail. How can I make her see we'd be great together? Hello. Some weeks ago, I met someone who has made me feel like no one else has ever done in my entire life. This girl, who I'll refer to as V, is extremely intelligent, immensely attractive, funny, and we share dozens of interests and personality traits. While in previous relationships, I always had to compromise and accept some things, in this case, I really can't see any flaws in her. She seems like the perfect match for me. Although I believed she would never consider me as anything more than a friend, some days ago I took the plunge and confessed my feelings for her in person. To my great surprise, she told me that she also felt the same way about me. However, she told me she has a boyfriend, and they have been together for 3 years. She told me that her relationship with him had been complicated greatly by the fact that it became long distance after a while, and she had started to believe she maybe didn't love him anymore. To add further doubts in her mind, her boyfriend cheated on her while they were still together. Fast forward to 2 days ago. She tells me that she fought on the phone with her boyfriend, and that they had broken up. I proposed to do something to distract her, and we have this amazing day together. I took her home in the back seat of my bicycle at night, and we kissed under the rain. In the future days until yesterday, we kiss again and again, and I can clearly see she has an amazing time with me and she really likes me. She seems like she cannot resist me. However, she told me that her boyfriend and she didn't really break up, but instead agreed to being in a pause where they aren't supposed to see anyone. For this, now she feels bad because of what happened between us, escalated the situation. She is still unsure about what to do exactly. She was supposed to meet her boyfriend in a month. He calls her almost daily. She says she feels bad after she gets home to herself because she keeps getting reminded of him by her phone passwords, photos, chats. In other words, she doesn't know if she can manage to fully break up with him because she doesn't want to hurt him. I am not an idiot, and I can see that she likes me a lot. I am very biased, but I believe she has doubts about breaking up with her boyfriend because she doesn't want to hurt him, not because she still loves him. Is there anything I can tell her or do that could help her set up her mind? Thank you. My boyfriend terrified me while I was Hight and then gaslit me. So I, 19F, smoke weed. And my boyfriend, 24M, doesn't smoke anymore, but says he's all right with me doing it when I stay at his. I've told him multiple times. That if he doesn't like it or wants me to stop, I would, or I'd stop smoking it around him. We came to a compromise and said if he goes on his game at night, I can have one. I have ADHD and it helps calm me before sleep and also just makes it so I'm not as energetic. I have a longer attention span and don't get bored. Overall, though, it helps me get to sleep and I do it every night. I'm not at his. So the issue is that when I went to smoke the other night, I came back, and he wasn't on his game yet. He told me after that he did what he did because he saw how stoned I was and wanted to mess with me. I get back in bed, and he's fine at first, but then starts getting in my face really fast and making weird faces. I get up to get changed, and he kind of jumps to all fours and sprints at me, stopping inches away from me again, and just moving around really quickly. I don't really know how to describe his movement, but it was kind of like Golem from Lotter. I tried to laugh it off and tell him to stop because it's scaring me, but he didn't. He just continued. I got back into bed and asked him again to stop, to which he switched back to normal and asked, "Stop what?" I told him I didn't like it and it was scaring me, but he carried on. After a while, I hid my face under my blanket and closed my eyes. He started jumping over me in the all-fours position again, and I could feel him hovering over me. He started whispering really creepy things in my ear, and overall really trying to scare me. I repeatedly begged him to stop, and when he kept going, I began to cry. I was really stoned and starting to get paranoid as I was convincing myself he was acting like a skinwalker with his blank and creepy stare and his movements. After a while, I pulled the blanket away from my face and asked him again to stop, to which he just started laughing and asking what's up, telling me he was joking and it wasn't serious. Even after he saw me cry and said it was a joke, though he kept doing it for longer, I got up to go to toilet and was terrified I came back and he was in bed starting up his game. I told him that what he did really scared me and that he was acting crazy, to which he denied it being that bad and was adamant he only did it for 30 seconds. It was a lot longer than that. He got mad when I said it felt like ages, and he responded saying he doesn't have time to mess about like that for so long, and that he really only did it for a short while. He then seemed upset at the fact that I was upset with him for what he did, and I found myself reassuring him that I wasn't mad at him, and it was okay even though I was scared. IDK what to do, there's a joke, And then there's making your girlfriend cry and not immediately apologizing and stopping. I asked him if it had anything to do with him not wanting me to smoke, and said that if that was the case, he just had to say and not scare me the way he did, but he denies that being the reason, and said he just wanted to mess with me. What do I do? I did two girls wrong. I, 32M, moved about a year and a half ago. I've had a long time on and off GF, 29F, since like 2016. Each time we break up, we slowly end up getting back together. We broke up before moved briefly, started talking again, then broke up again. I met this girl, 28F, on Hinge last year, and we really hit it off. She was the sweetest girl ever, and I really liked her. My ex came back into the picture, and I broke it off with her and invited my ex to move in. I quickly began to hate it. The girl I met on Hinge texted me that she missed me, and I missed her too. I met up with her without telling her that I got back with my ex. Long story short, we agreed that we would see each other anyway, and I would break up with my GF. I felt like I fell in love with this girl and wanted to just be with her. We had this trip planned, and I wanted to wait until after to break up. My GF noticed something left behind in the house, and I confessed to cheating, and I felt so guilty and shitty to my GF. And I told her I wanted to work it out since she had made this big move, etc. All this stuff went down the same day we all argued. My GF started going through my phone demanding I delete pics, texts, and everything. I felt so guilty and shitty. We decided to try and work it out. About a month later, the girl I met sent me a positive pregnancy test. I freaked out. I went back and forth telling her to get an abortion, but told her if she wanted to have the baby, I would be a responsible father. Everything I would say upset her. I didn't tell my GF, but she found out by going through my phone. She had me send this scathing text message which convinced her to get the abortion but caused her to infinitely hate me. She, 28F, said she would text me when it's done and to not contact her. 2 months pass and I want to know. In the back of my mind, I didn't think she was going to do it, and I was. Kinda hoping she wouldn't because I really want kids, just not necessarily in this way. After some back and forth, she told me she got the abortion and how difficult all this time was, and how she hates me and wish I was dead. I feel like total scum that I said hurtful things to her and pushing her to get an abortion. I wish I wouldn't have. I feel extremely sad over it now. I hate living with my GF even more now, and the relationship is just transactional. We live together for ease and to split bills, but I lie when I tell her I love her, and we don't have sex because I hate it. I need to break up with her for both of our sakes. I keep wasting time and we are both miserable. I miss the other girl and wish I wouldn't have pressured her to get the abortion. I was just scared of change and figuring out moving and finances, etc., and hurting someone, but it ended up way worse in the end. I really wanted kids, but now I decay. I can't keep going on like this, and rebuilding scares me. Men, is this true? Can a woman ever express her love or affection for you too much? This is a question I often ponder. I'm naturally very loving and affectionate. Like when I'm with someone, I have no problem expressing my love for them through text or phone call whenever I get the urge, LOL. But I try not to do it too much because apparently people say it turns men off when you do that. Like it seems as if you're chasing them. But if we are together, why does me expressing my love to you make me creepy or overbearing, Lamau? It's like you never really know what to do. Like, why do we have to play games to keep someone who so-called loves us interested? Why can't we just rest and feel comfort in our love, lol? Just a few thoughts. No, my partner has not made me feel less than for showing my love to him. But so many articles and so-called love gurus go against it, pretty much saying we will annoy them and push them away if we text first too much, or always initiate contact first, or say you love them too much. Apparently, we need to cause men to always want to chase us in order to keep them interested. No games. So my question is this true? Write in the comments what you think about these stories. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you like it. Also put a bell so you don't miss new videos. See you soon.